We will go for a 5-man strat on Charlotte's bedroom and office, but I will also give an idea on how you can play the similar strat as a 4-stack, 3-stack, and duo queue. We will be defending bedroom and office vertically, and if you're interested to see a default horizontal hold, I have put that in the Charlotte's map guide, so make sure to check it out. The fundamental idea behind any vertical hold is to enable the roamers helping anchors, either by contesting angle from above, such as from the cafe's train to prep, or you can play with heavy C4 or general info operators from below. For example, when defending statuary and trophy, and you have pools and so on around dining, kitchen, and china. We'll have that mentality. We'll have two C4s from below. And now the question is, how do you use utility for the roamers but still have some spare left for the anchors, so they don't just get pushed in? So the required reinforcements will be two facing Solarium from bedroom. This reinforcement simply blocks solar window angles to bedroom. But we also have opted to put another reinforcement there as well, so you can play on the top of the solar and be safe from the bedroom's window. This position is extremely strong as it will connect roamers with anchors, and as well as you'll be able to easily deny the piano and the toilet pushes. If you don't want to play at the top solar, then this reinforcement is not needed. We'll also have two default reinforcements facing top mezzanine. Since we'll be using 4 reinforcements for roamers, we have 2 spare left. I will recommend using it exactly like this, facing toilet. This allows you to have additional pressure on piano as well as toilet players, having a safe rotation between the rooms against toilet piano windows, as well as the big window. With this utility, we are trying to make the toilet window unsafe to play. This rotation is not visible from piano, so have that in mind. We'll have a few more angles on the first floor. The half wall towards the bar's hallway is there to help your roamers, and this angle goes over the reinforcement. The fifth level angle is there to have additional plant denial all the way from the library stairs, whereas the body level on the side is to make library hallway a bit more dangerous for the takers to push in, so you can make crossfires from the library stairs as well as from the office. A banshee being put in the hallway will help you with that as well. Don't forget to open up the hatch and the angle near the hatch to the bedroom's window. The whole idea behind the top floor utility is to force takers doing a library push, or to push out roamers. Letting them to do the library push is something that you hope for, as C4s from underneath, as well as flanks and hard bridge denial will stop attackers doing it. I will have at least one player in the solarium, and another person in the office. The last guy can be anywhere. For the first floor, I would strongly recommend having a pulse and a C4, possibly Melusi. And here's the utility. Most of them are default, but going to dining, this reinforcement will stop angles on bar and its hallway to your dining players. Pairing up your vertical hall with the rest of the benches will help you hold it even more. It's important to have something in mind when it comes to different kinds of pushes. We won't be too specific here because it heavily depends on the situation. But let's talk about what if heavy library push. This means that your roamers most likely will not be touched. And what usually attackers do is at least 2 attackers push from the library and 1 by the 51 window. Then office wall will be opened, as well as piano being pushed from its windows. Finally rotating a player towards bedroom window or and K9. Having this in mind, this leaves you with couple of options. First and foremost, you might try to contest their office push by playing a bit on the library or fireplace stairs. This will force attackers to either contest the angles or rotate a man or two for the stairs guy. You can also destroy hard breaches on the office walls from the snowball stairs. Another option is to simply not to contest that much office wall, but use the strat as you have planned for. However, then you will have to bring a fine amount of info operators, especially for the piano and the toilet hold. If attackers get the full top floor control, it will be very hard to deny the plant with the C-Force. The last option is to get ready for the runouts against the bedroom window of attacker, and rotate the roamers toward the solar and the bedroom side. Since no one is by the big window, you're contesting attackers for just one angle. Generally, attackers don't have enough manpower to cover all the window runouts, so running out even from the toilet's window might be a great move for any of the hold. as without piano control, the taker's gonna do anything. For the solar push, you're pretty much denying that push as you're heavily holding trophy area. Now, let's see what you can do with a 4-step. The bedroom person is not important, whereas Solar and the Toilet Guy kind of connects your roamers with objectives. The main idea is to get all the utility for the roamers, and that's still a possible thing to do. For the free stack, I will actually recommend playing the third guy by the library stairs, as you will have more control of what the takers are doing by that position. The guy should not contest library push that much, as you want to have control of what takers are doing and as much map control as possible. Duo queue. You're literally the last two vertical players. Pulse is probably a must pick, as well as another C4. Pulse is needed due to the live information at the very start around games, then going slightly back towards dining to see if they are pushing for the piano windows or bedroom and K9. Getting ready to start flanking and not just denying the plant with the C4 is something that you need to consider, as you cannot trust your randoms to hold top floor as heavy as you could trust your teammates.